Welcome to Bandit's Keep Actual Play. I'm Daniel. We are continuing my original Dungeons & Dragons solo campaign using Chainmail and Outdoor Survival, and the Rangers have accomplished part of their task. They've found the lair of the werebears, they've slain the female werebore, and captured a few of the young and some treasure. Now, to find the rest. But for now, I'm just going to continue the turn. So they're there, they are... And of course, the lair's got a bunch of treasure in it and stuff, which is good as well. So they're going to stay there and get the treasure. The question is, because another hunter left, we have to roll for them as well. But before we do that, we're assuming they're out and about, right? Let's roll for the second, just so I'm not being clear, right? So this group has moved. A new hunter has hit the stage, but again, they're going to start here. They're not actually in the same space. And then we're going to move them. But before we do that, the second party group must move. 7. Okay. Boop. Okay. They're going to end up in that guard hex. And again, the guard hex consists of 1 or 2 young. So let's deal with that. Roll a d6 to see how many. 2. Okay, 2 young in that case. And at this point, there's only 3 areas they could be in. So I'm going to roll 2 dice to determine what they are. 7, 8, or 9 tenths. Okay, one is... Actually, they're both 8 tenths grown. All right. So the party, and that's this group. Is anybody surprised? No. All right. So, into combat. Let's roll a distance. Okay, 9. That's good for the party. We want to be far away because we have bows. All right, so even if the lycanthropes win initiative, we'll get a shot at them before they get to us. So, let's roll initiative. Which they do. Okay, they come charging at us. Well, and actually what we would do is use the sleep spell, as I've talked about before. So one of them, because I only have one magic user, she's going to put off a sleep spell and she's going to drop one of them. I'll just roll to see if it's the 8th tenth or the 9th tenth. Okay, it's an 8th tenth. It doesn't matter for combat, but it matters if they don't end up slaying them. So the 9th tenth one charges forward. I have 6 archers shooting at them. So they need 8 plus, and I need to get 4 of them, I think. Yeah, because they're both 4. Okay. So we have 6 archers shooting. Let's start with 2 archers. That's 1 hit. Second 2 archers. It's 2 hits. Okay, I got to get both of these, so for dramatic, I'll roll it. 3 hits. No. All right. So the lycanthrope charges forward. The one that's not put down. Okay, so there's 8 people in this group. Let's see who they're going to attack. The PCs will be 1 and 2, and then anything higher will be one of the bowmen. Nope. Is that an 8 or is that a... Yep, 8. Okay, so one of the bowmen is getting attacked. They're only 1 hit die, and they're getting 4. They are on a horse, though, which I probably should have factored in before last time. Not unarmed, but rather I should have done unarmored horse. But we're not changing anything. We'll just do it that way from now on. So 8 instead of 6. Okay. So they need an 8, and they really only need to hit him once. And there's 4 of them, so we'll do 2. Nope. That's 8. All right, one of the archers is down. All of them shot off 1 arrow so far. Okay. And that is the end of that round of combat. I mean, I suppose, because I'm treating it as more of a troop combat, even though we're using fantasy, I'm going to say everybody was kind of stuck there because the lycanthrope ran forward. They're all right there still. So we're going to now roll initiative again. The party needs to win here so they can back off and use their plan they've been using all along. And they do. So they do exactly what they did against the mom. They're gonna go back 14. Ooh. Yeah, they're gonna go back 12, shoot, and then go 2 more. So they're gonna shoot. There's now only 5 of them. Again, because we're moving, we can't use the spell. Oh, I should cross off that. Use a sleep spell. That was Zora. Okay. There's 5 of them. They need to get 4 hits here. So it's 1. 2, but that's not going to work because there's only 1 more shot. They need 3. Okay, but then they're going to get to shoot again. So actually they do get to go again. Because again, longbows, they get to shoot again at the end of the phase. So I should roll the last one. So they've got them twice so far. Nope. All right, and we get 5 more shots. I'm just going to do them one at a time because I'm confusing myself because I'm getting excited. All right, shot number 1. I need to get 2 shots to succeed. Miss. Shot number 2. Hit. I need 1 more shot. Shot number 3. Hit. Okay, boom. And again, they're firing all the arrows. I count an arrow for every person for each time, even though I didn't roll the dice because it wasn't necessary. Okay, another 9/10 is down. They're going to go up and basically finish off. They're going to capture the 8/10 one because they're young enough to be subdued. And sadly, they lost one of their guys, but they'll take that werebear. I'll say when they're subdued, they get turned into humans. That's the easiest way to do it. They'll tie their hands and throw them over the saddle. And okay, that's the end of that turn. Nope, not yet. This guy needs to move. 6. And this new hunter needs to move. 6. Okay, that's the end of turn 4. Woo-wee. All right, this is there's a lot of mechanics going on here. And hopefully it's clear what's going on. But now at this point, just evaluating what's here. And again, this is a meta, and part of playing solo for me anyways is I don't mind the meta. We've captured these guys. Of course, the 2 groups don't know that. And this guy. So there's only 3 plus the male left that are actually enemies at us at this point. In fact, if we are looking at the rules, if we take out the male, we don't need to kill anything else. So we could change our strategy and just wait back at the camp and just hope that they come back eventually. But I think we want to hunt them. So we're going to now change our tune. We're going to hunt the hunters. However, we did recover the treasure. And in this space, because this will matter for us, I'm going to actually take the treasure. Because the treasure here, I don't know if I went over this last time, is actually a suit of chainmail +2 and a shield +2. So, because... Oh, I almost forgot. All right, because the mom fights at triple strength, I didn't actually end up doing it because she basically killed... she killed him without having to be triple strength. I'm going to say there's a good chance that the halfling died there. Because I totally forgot about the fact they were triple strength. They probably should have been dead 100%. But again, in fantasy combat, it's defeated. Well, it's always defeated, but I like to leave it open-ended. So, is the halfling alive? Come on, halfling. Oh, tie. So I'm going to re-roll. Come on, halfling. Yes! He is alive, but he is marked as is that character for Lycanthropy. So we're going to have to get some cure disease spells when we get home. Luckily, they have a bunch of money. All right, so with that being said, I'm going to give the chainmail armor. The elves are the most vulnerable. So this elf is going to get chain +2. And the reason why I'm doing this is because they've been around the longest. And I think this elf is also one that's been around the longest. Yeah, they're given it to the 4th level characters. I mean, it makes sense. Obviously, this will be accounted for in future adventures, that they got this and others didn't. The other thing here is a ton of copper pieces, I believe. Yeah, 9,000 copper pieces, which is really only 90 gold pieces, and I don't think they want to carry that. I mean, they're on horses. It shouldn't be a problem to carry that, but yeah, I guess we'll pick it up. We'll give it as a bonus to the archers. Okay, so now that's the end of that turn. Now we go to the next turn. What's nice here from the point of view of the player characters anyways is that if I think both groups now still have a ton of sleep spells. So if they can get the jump on this male, they'll be able to take him out with a spell, and then that'll be the end. Because once they're taken out, all the young will effectively give up. Okay. Here we go. Turn 5. First player character group. 7. All right. That actually might work out well. They move into this hex here that has a wanderer in there, and I'm going to use this to see what's there. So I may have to slightly adjust this because it says, well, let's roll. I'm going to roll a d6. Let's hope for a 1 or a 2. Yes, 1. A 2, rather. I said 1, but it says 2. That's a single male. This group, because oh, by the way, when you're fighting fantasy combat, if you don't die, you're 100% fine. That guy, though, that took wounds in regular combat is wounded. And if we get into more combat, that will matter. But right now, we have encountered the male out on the patrol. So here we go. This could make or break it right now. If it's far away, far enough away, which it won't be, basically, unless we surprise it. I should say, it won't be far enough away in order for me to pre-cast. So if we surprise it, we're going to cast a sleep spell. If not, we're going to do the same technique we've done before with the bows. Nobody is surprised. All right. Now, because I forgot about the triple stun, again, it didn't really matter with the female because she never got to attack after that first round. And actually, the young weren't, we didn't attack the young, so I think that... Okay, so it says, if an adult female is attacked, its mate in the family pack will fight at double. So we did, in fact, slay the adult female, but the male has not been back to the lair since then because it literally just happened. So I'm going to say it doesn't know, so I'm not going to give it the double strength. So let's roll encounter distance. Oh my god, 2. Okay, that's not good. So nobody's surprised, but this thing where I really should have rolled it in there, but I already said 2, so we're there. Okay, so we really need initiative here, because if we don't get initiative, then basically it's going to get to move on us and we won't be able to do... I mean, again, the halfling can fight back, but it doesn't actually matter. So what we need is initiative here. If not, we're going to take a round of blows from the were board, hope that we don't die. Yes, all right. We start 2 away, we're going to do exactly the thing. We're going to move as far as we can, which is half our movement, and we're going to let loose with our bows. So again, what we need here is, I'm going to do the same thing as before. White, black, white, black. He's 4+1 hit die. Oh, it doesn't matter now, but just because I kind of screwed up, if something has a plus on the hit die, they effectively get a saving throw if they're killed. All right, so here we go. We got to get them 4 times. 1. From them. Well, actually, not 4 times. We got to get 4 damage. 2 damage. Oh, yes. They miss, but they got a double 6, which in fantasy doesn't actually matter, but which is 3 damage. So that's 5 total. Now, one thing I forgot to do with the female, which, whatever, I'm not going to retcon, is that because the werebears are 4+1 hit die, whenever anything has a bonus on their hit die, that effectively is a saving throw. I'm going to roll 1d6. If it is a 6, they are not dead. So, let's hope it's not a 6. 3, okay. Even if it was, the other guys would have got to shoot again, and there was a chance they might have taken it out the second time, if you will. But this male charges forward, takes multiple silver arrows into it, and is removed from play. So effectively, it says that the rest will subdue. I'm going to say that somehow we have a sign, as morbid as it seems. Well, we have the other werebears with us to tell that we did it. So at this point, it's just a mop-up. What I think we're going to do is there's literally just 3 werebears out there. I'm going to continue to play it out because I'm going to assume that those 3 are there. We don't need to encounter them, but if the group can get together, then we'll say we got everybody. Because if they're not together and this group encounters them, then they don't know that the adults have been killed. So they will fight. So let's continue. I'm going to move the next PC group. 3. Okay. They're going to move into the lair, but of course there's nothing in the lair currently. Actually, you know what? I'm going to spend the 1 point of navigation I have to join back up because that solved my problem. Navigation point spent. They join up into a single group. So now they have with them 1/8 captured and 5/10 captured. Okay. They're bringing those with them. They're basically going to seek out. Maybe they make calls to their brethren or whatever, and eventually the group reconnects and they subdue and capture the rest of the werebears. So what's interesting here, and if you're playing, with alignments and such, I'm not sure how it is in future editions because I don't remember anymore. I believe all lycanthropes are chaotic. Maybe not. Maybe werebears are lawful or something. But werebears are both neutral and chaotic. They can be either. So what I did was I made it so that the ones that said fight to the death, would never surrender, were chaotic, and all the rest were neutral. So they're neutral. We've captured them. We're basically going to say, okay, you're, young, whatever. You're going to come back with us to town, and they're going to effectively become part of society, I guess. I'm not going to worry too much about that. We're not, we're not going to put them to the sword or anything like that. These are lawful characters. What we are going to do, though, is have to get back to town as quick as possible because 2 of our characters have been struck by the lycanthropes, and they are potentially infected with lycanthropy. So let me look at this rule. Anyone seriously wounded by lycanthropes, assume about 50% total possible damage. They took just over 50%. They were defeated. Will be infected and himself become a similar lycanthrope within 2 to 24 days unless they are given a cure disease spell by a cleric. Okay, 2 to 24 days. This could be interesting. Because we got to get home, remember. So let's see. We're going to roll for each of them to see how many days it will take for them to turn into a lycanthrope. And yeah, we're going to assume that that's a bad thing and that they're, at the very least, they're going to be out of play, but most likely they're going to go wild and the party will have to take them down. So number 1, the first elf. 14 days. The halfling. 8. That's a 12? Yeah. 20 days. Okay. All right. Back out on the main board. So that was actually December 30th. So on December 31st, the party sets off for home. Let me make a roll on the weather table. 5, it goes up. It's now at 9, which is heavy rain. Okay, that's not ideal. So looking at heavy rain, off-road, 1/4 of their movement, and then it actually gets worse as it progresses. So let's hope it doesn't carry on. So they're going to lose 1/4 of their movement. Their movement is 10, so they're going to lose, let's see, I'll roll high or low, whether they lose 2 or 3. Okay, they lose 2. So they're going to move 8 movement points today. So number 1, are they lost? In the clear, which is where they're starting, they're only lost on a 1. They are lost. Good way to start the day in the heavy rain. All right, here we go. Which direction do they go randomly? 5. That's not ideal, but it's not terrible either. 1, 2, 3, because they were going out through the mountains anyways. And they can turn after that. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to do that because just because I'm lost again, I don't want to end up in the mountains. So they're ending the day in the clear. I'm going to roll a d6. On a 6, there's an encounter. No encounter. Okay, next day. Does the weather change? Oh, it goes down. Okay, the heavy rain stops. That's good. So it's clear again. They can move their full movement. They're in the clear. They're only lost on a 1. They are lost. Wow, that die rolls a lot of 1s. Which direction do they go? 3. Okay, into the woods by mistake. That costs 2. 1, 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, that's fortuitous. They stopped on hunting. They don't need it. They took plenty of rations, so I'm not going to bother to roll that. But they could hunt if they wanted to. They are in the clear, so I'm going to roll a d6 to see if they encounter anything. Mark the day off first. I'm going to re-roll that because it didn't fall inside. They do not. Okay, no encounter. Next day. Are they weather change? Okay, they keep bouncing out. 6. Oh, goes up. It starts to rain again. But again, this is not continuous, so once again, we'll just lose 2 movement points. And let's see. Are we lost? We're in the clear. We're not lost. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's not an ideal spot because if I get lost tomorrow, I'm going to end up in the mountains. But is there an encounter? No. All right, next day. Weather change. 2, it goes down, stops raining again. All right, good. Are we lost? No. Again, we're going here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm home. I don't have to roll for an encounter. And we left on the 31st. So 1, 2, 3, it's January 3rd. Home. Now remember that a couple of the characters are exposed to lycanthropy, but that was only 5 days have gone by, so they're well within the range. We're going to decide what to do about that maybe next session or between sessions. I'll tell you what I do. I'm kind of up in the air on it. I might do something where they simply just pay to have a cure disease spell. This is definitely one of those worlds where there's adventuring is a career and there's probably people that sell spells. But generally in my campaign for these kind of things, if the player characters hadn't already made a connection with somebody, what they would probably have to do is a quest. So that's very likely what we're going to do next time with the Rangers, but I guess we'll find out. Either way, they got some nice magic armor, and I won't buy another map yet because, again, they may need to go on a quest for somebody else. We'll leave it at that on January 3rd. Clear skies, the party returns home. If you've been enjoying these videos, please do take a moment to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and of course, ring the bell so you get notifications. Check down in the description. You will find links to all the various tools I use to run these games, and my Discord server where you can sign up and join the conversation, as well as my Patreon where you can support the channels. I'll talk to you soon.